Good morning, children. Now today we begin with the next topic. Now children, in the previous chapters in physics, we have studied about motion. And we have seen how force can change the motion of the object. Like for example, by applying a force, we can change the speed of the object. We can either increase the speed of the object or we can decrease the speed of the object. For example, if we apply a force on the accelerator, we can increase the speed of the vehicle. Or by applying a force on the brakes, we can decrease the speed of the vehicle and bring the vehicle to a halt. So, in the previous lessons in physics, we have seen how objects move and how their motion can be changed by applying a force. We can change the speed, increase or decrease it by applying a force. Okay. Now, we also know that when an object is released from a certain height, it drops down towards the earth. Let us say, for example, we have a ball and we release this ball from a certain height and drop it towards the ground. So when we release the object from a certain height, it drops down towards the ground because of a force that is acting. If you look at the motion of the moon around the earth, now let us say that this is the earth's surface and you have the moon here. The moon is also moving around the earth. Okay, so we see here that the moon revolves around the earth in a circular path. Now here we have forces acting. One force which is attracting the object towards the earth, and another force which is keeping the object move along a circular path. Now Isaac Newton, a physicist, felt that the same force is responsible for making this object move towards the earth's surface, and the same force is responsible for making the object move along a circular path. And he called this force as the gravitational force. Now, since gravitational force is a very important force necessary for all of us, we need to learn more about it. So, I shall begin with the topic gravitation. Is that clear? So, just remember that when an object is released from a certain height, it falls down towards the earth's surface. So, if this object is moving towards the earth's surface, the moon also should have fallen down towards the earth's surface. But there is a force which keeps the motion of the moon along this circular path, which keeps the moon moving along a circular path. And according to Isaac Newton, both the forces are the same. The same force is responsible, and that force is the gravitational force, or we simply call it gravitation. Is that clear? We all know that the moon goes around the earth. Okay, the moon here is going around the earth, and an object, when you throw it up, it covers a certain distance and then it drops down to the ground. Now both these forces acting on both these objects are nothing but the same. Now it is said that Newton was sitting under an apple tree and an apple fell on his head. So he thought that if the earth can attract the apple, why can't the earth attract the moon in the same way? And he started thinking about it. And as he kept thinking, he came up with the solution. He put forth certain laws to understand why the moon does not fall towards the earth's surface, Let us take a very simple example. Now let us say that we have a boy here, and this boy then ties a string to which a stone is attached to his finger. Okay, so you have the boy here and he attaches a string. One end of the string is attached to the stone, and he sets this stone moving in a circular path. Now for the string to move along a circular path, we all know that the force acting is at the center here. If this string is just cut off, if the boy releases this string, then this particular object, the stone, will be flung straight this side along the tangent to this circular path. So to keep the stone moving along a circular path, to keep it moving along the circular path, the force that is exerted is here at the center. It's acting at the center. If this force is got rid of, suppose you just cut this string, then this stone will not continue moving along a circular path, but it will be flung like this in a straight line along the tangent to this circular path. Is that clear? So this force that acts towards the center, that keeps this object moving in a circular path, is called the centripetal force. Centripetal comes from the word center. It's a force that acts at the center. Now, what does this centripetal force do? Now, this force basically keeps on causing, or it makes this stone accelerate. Now, why does it undergo acceleration? It undergoes acceleration because of a change in velocity. And we know that velocity changes when either the speed changes or the direction changes. Okay. Now, if you look at the motion of this stone may move with the same speed. But to remain along the circular path, it keeps on changing its direction. So, because its direction changes, its velocity changes. And when there is a change in velocity, we say that the body has undergone acceleration. Is that clear? So remember that this object, this stone, is undergoing acceleration only because of this force which is acting at the center. This force is called the centripetal force. Centripetal force is a force which acts at the center. Is that clear? Now this force makes the object accelerate. Why does the object accelerate? Because its velocity is changing. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. So when will the velocity change? When either speed changes or the direction changes. So in this case, even though the object is moving with the same speed, its direction is changing at every point. Okay? So since direction is changing, there is a change in velocity, and this change in velocity causes acceleration. So just remember that centripetal force is a force which acts at the center. It's a center seeking force. This force changes the velocity of the object. It makes the object accelerate. Okay. So according to Newton, he says that the same thing happens as far as the earth and the moon are concerned. So he says that instead of this boy here, consider this whole thing as the earth. Okay, if we consider this as the earth and this small object as the moon, there is some force at the center of the earth which is keeping the moon moving along this circular path. Okay, so just as this boy exerts a force making the stone move along this circular path, same way at the center of the earth there is a force which keeps the moon revolving around the earth, and that force is the centripetal force. So the motion of the moon around the earth is due to the centripetal force. And this centripetal force is provided by the force of attraction of the earth. So instead of the boy here we have the earth. Is that clear? So just remember that centripetal force is a force that acts at the center. It is a force that changes the direction of motion of the object. To keep the object moving, the force is acting in such a way that it keeps the object moving in this circular path. So the direction of the object is changing at every point along this circular path. So there is a change in velocity. And when there is a change in velocity, the body undergoes acceleration. Is that clear? Now let us take another instance. Now let us say that this is the earth and this is an object. Okay. Now let us say that this object is released from a certain height. Now when the object is released, this object will keep on moving towards the earth. As it comes down, the speed of the object will keep on increasing. Okay. But its direction is remaining the same. Is that clear? So here the speed of the object is going on increasing as it is falling towards the earth. But the direction is the same. It comes down along the same straight line. This is one instance. And then you have another instance where you have the earth here. Let's say that this is the earth. And you have the moon here. Now in this case, the force is keeping the moon revolving along a circular path. Okay, so here the direction is changing, but the speed is remaining the same. Is that clear? So here you have the earth exerting a force on an object, and in this case the force is making the object's speed change, but the direction is remaining the same. Here you have the earth exerting a force on an object on the moon, where the speed is the same. The speed at which the moon revolves is the same, but the direction is changing. In both cases, there is a change in velocity. Here the velocity changes because the object speed changes. Direction is the same. Here the velocity changes because the speed is the same, but direction changes. So in both cases, the velocity has changed. Both cases, there is acceleration. Okay. Now this force here is nothing but gravitational force. This force also is the gravitational force. Now when the earth attracts objects towards itself, the gravitational force exerted by the earth on an object is called gravity. Okay, and here the earth is keeping the object moving along a circular path. Here also there is a force acting, and this force is nothing but the centripetal force. Okay, it's a force which acts at the center. This force changes the velocity of the object. It makes it undergo acceleration. Here also the force is acting on the object. It causes acceleration, changes the velocity. In this case, the velocity changes because the speed changes. In the second case of the moon and the earth, acceleration is because of change in velocity, and the change in velocity is due to the change in the direction. So you have to know both these forces are gravitational forces. So remember that not only a ball and the earth, not only the moon and the earth, but every object in the universe attracts every other object, and that force is nothing but the gravitational force. Now the gravitational force exerted by the earth on any object is called gravity. So there's a difference between gravitational force and gravity. So gravitational force is every object exerting a force on every other object in the universe. But when do we use the term gravity? When the earth attracts any object towards itself. When the earth exerts a force on any object, that time we use the word gravity. Okay. So centripetal force also is a force which is exerted by the earth. on different objects. But in centripetal force, the force is acting at the center. It keeps the objects moving along a circular path. The speed of the object remains the same, but the direction of motion of the object changes. So there is a change in velocity and the body undergoes acceleration. Now, when you release an object from a certain height, the object falls down. As it's falling down, its speed keeps on increasing, but direction is the same. It just comes straight down. Now, when the earth exerts a force on the object, the gravitational force is called gravity. Okay? So remember that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force, and that force is called the gravitational force. And the gravitational force of the earth exerting a force on any object in the universe is nothing but the force of gravity. So you have to get these two things very, very clear. Okay? When the earth is involved, when the earth is attracting the object, that gravitational force is called gravity. And when any object in the universe is exerting a force on any other object in the universe, it's called gravitational force. So in this particular subtopic, you have learned about gravitation. You have studied about centripetal force, how the earth exerts a force on the moon, and that force keeps the moon revolving around a circular path. You have also learned how the earth can attract any object which is thrown or released from a certain height.